Hello everybody. This is an astrological forecast for Gemini for December 2013. Also applies if you're Gemini rising, Gemini moon, and if you know it, Venus or Mars in Gemini. So, Geminis, this month, big focus on your finances, your home, your family, your work. Some focus on your relationships. There's a lot happening, especially as we've got a full moon later on in your sign this month. So let me break this down for you. The big events, however, let me tell you, are the fact that Venus goes retrograde on the 21st of the month. So that's going to be an important part affecting your finances, which I shall cover. And that Mars too will be going retrograde next year, and means that Mars is going to stay in one sign for 7 months, which is really quite unusual. So those are the highlights of this month. How's it all going to affect you? On the 3rd of the month, and I've outlined all the main events happening under here, so for those of you that asked me for dates, they're down here for you. The 3rd of the month, we've got a new moon in Sagittarius, and it's falling in your 7th house of relationship, joining the sun here. So Geminis, it's shining a light on your relationships. A new moon here could bring a new relationship, or a new way of seeing a relationship, or a renewal of a relationship. With the sun there, it's shining a light on all your relationships, whether they're work relationships, love relationships, your marriage partner, your intimate partner. It's shining a light here. You can have some new beginnings, new starts, opportunity to see the situation in a new light. Maybe you felt quite stuck. This new moon may help you to unstick yourself. And for the first week of the month, we've got Mars here, planet of energy, into your 4th house. So this means it's a good time for putting energy into your home, your house, cleaning up, renovating, any repairs that need to be doing. Also a good time for decluttering, getting rid of stuff, but putting energy into your home and your environment. There might be some air that needs to be cleared in the family. Maybe there needs to be a conversation had, or maybe you need to be listened to. You may find that things come out into the open, an opportunity to bring things into the open for the first week of the month. From the 7th of the month, that's when we have Mars going into your 5th house for 7 months. Gemini, Mars in the 5th house. The 5th house rules entertainment. For those of you in the entertainment business, it's a wonderful time for promoting yourself. If you're in the music business, art, anything connected with your own business, wonderful time for getting out there, for doing a business, for starting a new business. It's very good for working with children, doing anything with young people. For those of you wanting to have a child, you may well find that you get pregnant at this time. Mars pushing energy into this area for you. But it's also an important time to focus on what gives you pleasure. What do you enjoy? You might find that you want to go to a party, or host a party, or do something where you can just enjoy being with other people, or just enjoy being creative. Wonderful time to bring out your creative spirits. So Gemini, I'll be covering the retrograde period, which isn't until March and May of next year, but just keep in mind very much everything to do with the 5th house is going to be a big focus for you, and the 5th house is everything to do with children, enjoyment, pleasure, your own creativity, what's unique about you, what's special about you. Also would involve speculation, taking a risk, a gamble as well. That too is ruled by this particular house. And not to forget your own business, being entrepreneurial, doing something that you start for yourself. And for many of us in these difficult times where jobs are not so plentiful, having Mars in this 5th house is a great time to even start a small home-based business, even on the side. It could bring you some extra income. Now, on the 17th of December, we have got the full moon here in Gemini, in your sign, in your 1st house. Geminis, wonderful time to do something nice for yourself, how you look, how you appear. It's a wonderful time as well to reassess your life. The full moon in your sign comes but once a year. So this is almost like a birthday moon in a way. So treat yourself, do something nice for yourself. Look as well, with it being in your sign, where are you feeling there's not enough balance in your life? Gemini, you're a two-pronged sign. You go running in one direction and then there's another direction you want to take. So where do you need more balance? Is it your relationships? Is it your finances? Is it your career? You'll have an opportunity to re-examine that during this playful full moon in Gemini. The moons this month are very playful moons. They're lightweight moons. Time to be flexible, to go with that flow. Very good for you this month, should work well for you this month, Gemini. Now, we've got Venus, Pluto in your 8th house, so much happening for many of you. There's some opportunities happening with Jupiter there in your financial house, but you may find that money is going out as quickly as it's coming in. But here with Venus and Pluto here in this joint finance area, there may be quite something big happening to you. There could be an inheritance, there could be some money coming to you from somebody else, somebody helping you financially. And Venus, the big news with Venus going retrograde on the 21st of the month until the end of January means this is going to be a very important time for you to reevaluate your finances. If you've created some debts, how can you get out of these debts? What do you need to do? It's going to be an opportunity to reevaluate maybe a deep relationship, because Venus going retrograde, it rules your finances and your relationships. So there could be somebody coming back into your life who may have a big impact on you and may clear something so that you can move forward again onto pastures new. And what we've got is that the Venus retrograde from the 21st, you may find that a financial situation that's been difficult to resolve, you may get a bigger picture to it. When Venus is retrograde, things slow down a little bit in that area, giving you the opportunity, the space to come up with some new solutions, especially anything connected with joint finances, with a loan, with a mortgage, with insurance, maybe with the tax man. You get some new opportunity here to reevaluate it, to look at it anew and to come up with a better solution. And for the first 3 weeks of the month, as I said, there's a lot going on in this relationship house. Are your relationships balanced? And some new things happening. And then from the 22nd of the month, the sun comes into this 8th house of money and finance, joint finances as well, shining a light on this area. So Gemini, there's no avoiding it this month. There's no getting away from it. Time to look at how you're using resources, how you use other people's resources, if other people are trusting you, and looking at whether you can create more of a balance for yourself in that area. This is shining a light on it. It's also shining a light on a possible intimate experience, getting more intimate with somebody, getting closer to somebody. That too could happen to you later on this month. The 1st of January, I'm going to be covering that, of course, which I'll be doing quite soon, which will be the 2013-14 videos, the videos for the year. But we've got a very powerful new moon in Capricorn as well coming up, again joining everything in this 8th house of finance. So finance is a big, big thing for you, Geminis. So much happening, a lot of which I'm going to be covering, which will be this grand square, what's happening with it, where it's affecting you in your finances, in your playhouse, your pleasure, also in working with teams and groups of people. I'll be covering that, of course, in the annual videos coming up soon. You might this year want to have an in-depth reading, have me look at your personal chart in depth and have a reading about what's in store for you this year, what the aspects show. I'd be delighted to hear from you. You might want to treat somebody to a reading for this holiday season. Thank you to you for subscribing, favoriting, liking, sharing. And I wish you happy holidays. I wish you from my heart all good, happy things for you this year. Thank you to so many of you who've been following me for so long, who write to me, who comment. I really appreciate it. Bye for now.